will not tolerate this.
And welcome back to The Nose Plays Endless Space 2. We are continuing our brand new series of Riftborn gameplay. This is sort of my first look at Riftborn. I have played just a handful of games off camera up to about turn 30 to 50, just to get a feel for them prior to this series starting. And I think I have a pretty good feel for them. I am a little disappointed in the quality of our start for this game and this series, but it is good to see how their start can potentially vary from game to game. The United Empire is requesting that we remove our fleets. We're going to refuse. We are going to play very aggressive against the United Empire this next 20 turns or so. My hope, excuse me, kind of burping up my dinner here, is that we can take these guys out. They only have 3 systems and they don't have many other places they can go very easily. And so if we blitzkrieg them, we might be able to defeat them pretty handily. My concern and the downside, the problem that we have, is we first have some pirates to take care of. And in addition to that, our manpower issues are quite severe, and it's going to take a while before we actually get to a point where we can produce reasonable amounts of manpower. There are a few things we can do to sort of fix that problem, but they don't come without a cost. We did get this system, and I've already got it all queued up, so we're good there.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
But yeah, I think we're going to have to take them out and take them out quickly. You can see at the moment they have 3 systems that we're aware of, while we have 5. So we're definitely ahead of them in terms of total output, but we're going to have to be careful. This has been rather frustrating. We have this system almost locked up, and then because we colonized so quickly, the influence cost kept increasing, and the stupid quest that we ended up pulling is one that's taking significantly longer. Part of that has to do with the fact that we sort of went really light on probes, and so that's a problem. Not having enough probes to search things, or enough scout ships with probes to search, has been somewhat problematic for this quest. However, if we are to zoom out here, you can see that in the first 30 turns of the game, we have uncovered a lot of territory, and our little guy is still going. He's still moving around out here. Scouting this constellation is quite huge for a starting constellation. So, and I'm almost 100% convinced that building a ship like this, with lots of engines and nothing else, is the way to go at the beginning of the game. There's almost nothing that can stop that ship from scouting territory at this point, and so it's just going to get a lot of work done, and it's just going to continue to get work done. And if at any point in the game we get a chance to bring it back home or send it to a system where we can retrofit it, we can make it even faster. So I'm very happy about that. I think that strategy is one that I'm going to take into other playthroughs. The downside to that strategy is what we're dealing with here, with the lack of probes and anomaly scouting. But even extra probes isn't going to solve the problem, because we have to scout a specific type of anomaly, a ruin. And there just aren't a lot of ruins over here, unfortunately. So until we can uncover some more ruins, we're going to have a hard time finishing this. But is there anything else we could do? I think last turn we had so much positive approval running for the next few turns that I'm actually running Super Tax Act just to create a huge stockpile of dust. We're about to unlock Galactic Commodities, and then after that we will be unlocking multi-threaded management, which will give us accelerated production, which allows us to buy things out, which in turn can help us get some things going. So, is there anything else I needed to get done this turn? I don't think there is. Oh, we'll go ahead and end the turn. Alright. Increased price for luxuries is good for us, because we now have the ability to sell them. I'm not going to mess with that for the moment. I am going to mess with this. So where are we at? We have 4 population with a total of 6 available. Cerebral reality should probably get built. At which point we'll probably build another one of these. And then that is this system, right? Yeah. This system is closest. Actually, no, this system is. We're already building the Geist there. I was going to say, I need to build a ship to go grab this, but this colony's already getting that done for me. So what we really need to do is grab some more territory. Which one of these is going to be the most valuable? So this is 8 dust, 2 science, and 2 industry for a total of 12. And this is also a total of 12, but it's a little bit more evenly split. This one also gives us Eden Incense, and it's a temperate, which is good for some of our buildings. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the queue behind the population that we're trying to grow, and then we'll get another one, and that should cap this off. Also, we have successfully hacked one of the show the location. So we did hack Cancer. I can jam commands, influence politics, or embed a sleeper. I think we're going to embed sleepers here for the time being. Probes are available. And because we have a sleeper, we can actually see what they're doing. So this is actually pretty good for us. Just checking something real quick. Just checking something real quick. What? There we go. Interesting. Okay, well, we found another faction. So there are 3 factions on this constellation at this point that we are aware of. The United Empire, actually 4, including us. United Empire, the Sofuns, and then all the way over here, the Unfallen. Sorry about that. I just sneezed. Allergies in the fall are kind of weird for me. I don't usually have allergies in the fall, but 80 influence or Sacrifice 10 Hyperion with unknown consequences. I'm tempted to do that. Where's the location at? Oh, it's the Cancer. Right. We do have the Hyperion to go ahead and get this done. But we don't have... I guess we could blockade this system. That's one thing we could do. Another thing that we could do that I haven't thought about yet, but maybe we should, just to make sure that these guys don't get too out of control, is we can actually run one of the system things that blah 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 singularities. This one. So this was reduce hacking speed, experience on heroes, recovery rate from assignments, depletion points, and experience on ships. I think if we were to run this anywhere, it would make the most sense to run it here, because this is almost certainly where their hero is located. But I don't know if it's actually worth it. I guess the advantage is... yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, this is something else I need to pay attention to. Actually, I want to move him over here, if I can. Because on... oh no, on fertile worlds, he gives extra. So, where's our fertile planet? He needs to be... oh, we don't have it colonized yet. Well, we should solve that. Maybe we'll do that here, and I'll do this somewhere else. Okay. So maybe we do that here? Yeah, let's do it there. I've never actually used one of these other singularities, so we'll see if it's useful at all. This is the last system we'll probably conquer, so the longer that we can get things running over there, the better. Over here, we're basically out of buildings that are meaningful, although that's really important actually. Once we get this colonized, this is super important because it's going to significantly increase our outputs. And we also have an adamantium deposit here, and actually this building is pretty useful as well. And maybe even get it in there like that. Okay. Anything else that I need to be worrying about? I am going to want to get my ships built here pretty soon. But for now, this is probably okay. Oh, a hack. We should definitely hack again. I guess we'll just keep hacking this system. And I can run an accelerator. Right there. Alright. Lots of construction getting done. New relations with these guys. We need to go check that out. And we discovered Jadonics. Where? I don't know where we discovered Jadonics, but we discovered Jadonics. We want to check this every turn. The turn that our approval bonus falls off, we'll want to cancel the Super Tax Act. One of the good things about not taking the system right away. The longer that we don't control it, the more resources that they feed us every turn. So they're actually feeding us significant amount of resources, and also the more buildings and population that they will grow, and their ships will also be upgraded at some point. So they'll get better ships for us. It'll be okay, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't look like there's a lot we can do, although we did get this completed. So we need to... yeah. Now's the time that we edit this design once again. 3 of those, 1 of those, apply, retrofit, and it'll only take 4 turns, really. That's fantastic. 4 turns it is. I think this is okay the way it is. What else do we need to do? Multi-threaded management's going to get done in 1 turn. That means we need to probably get one of these 2 buildings and unlock the next tier for military, because we are about to wage war with the United Empire. So I am going to go with this one. And the reason that I'm going to go with this one is I can sort of manipulate our population here pretty quickly. And we can use chain gang program to not only manipulate populations, but also to get the manpower we need to actually build a fleet for invasion purposes. Alright, is there anything else I need to do right now? This ship actually has probes, so we should use them. I can't quite grab that one yet, but we can grab these. By blockading their system like this, it actually does slow down the rate of their influence, so that will help us from getting completely overwhelmed here a little bit. Alright, we have a singularity that we can place. Ooh.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
That gave us very, very temporary vision of their ships. Unfortunately, I didn't get to mouse over them to see exactly what they had, which is unfortunate.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
Alright, they're getting ready to be aggressive with us.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
We will take advantage of your movements and get every bit of scientific data we can from your continued intrusion. Interesting. So they're taking an approval penalty, but they're going to get industry and food bonuses for a temporary period of time. Well, that's quite curious. How quickly can I get these things done? We really need to get... some... I'm going to go ahead and let the rollover hit that so we can get some more manpower. New luxury resource. We have plenty of money, and I think we're able to buy stuff out now. So perhaps that's what we do with all this dust. I don't quite have enough for that. What do I have? Oh, 2.8k. Okay. We could probably make the money we need to buy some of these things out if we really wanted to. Also, we have system developments to get done. Out of curiosity, we can use this one or that one. I can do 3 systems with this right now. So we're going to go ahead and take Transvine, even though I don't have any income of Transvine. But before I make that decision, I do want to check the marketplace and make sure. Yeah, there's a lot of Transvine on the market and it's pretty cheap. So we can actually buy Transvine as well. So I think Transvine is actually going to be the way to go. Approval is something that we're sort of struggling with right now. Okay, and that will allow us to get this done. And then in our 3 best systems, we want... Actually, we don't... I mean, I want to queue this up in our 3 best systems, but we don't actually need it completed right away because our approval is still, like, through the roof. So I can actually move that back in the queue. We don't need this right there. Okay, and then if I go back to the marketplace, we could sell our Eden Incense off. Out of curiosity, Eden Incense is actually valued really highly right now. If we sold all of it, we would get 1.8k. I think that's probably worth it. And then the question is, what do I buy out with that? This is actually going to give us a fair amount of industry and the ability to start mining these, so I'm going to buy that out. And then we still have 700 dust that I can't really use just yet. But that's going to be very helpful here in the very near future. This fleet needs to make sure we're doing this every turn. Ooh, that's actually really good. Just out of curiosity, atmospheric life form. Yeah, there's just not any ruins over here. Life form. Ruins. Subterranean. Okay, so there is a ruins curiosity over there. How long would it take us to get over there? This system has one that we can't search yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and start towards that system with this scout ship, and hopefully that will give us the Cephalus or whatever the heck they're called. Alright, we're looking like we're in pretty good position here. I'm glad I did that there because it's going to slow down the production of their military. And actually, mousing over, we can see that they've already got tanks and their defense is 100%. So they're going something like 60-40 split, it looks like. Boy, I really should get this, but I also need military stuff. This is going to be super important to us because we're not going to have massive amounts of manpower in order for our invasions to be successful. So we're going to have to use titanium slugs to basically siege their military power down. This is also going to be very important to us because mobile weapons and command points are super important to our invasion tactics. And then getting these two actually unlocks the next tier as well. So I'm tempted to go like this. We're going to need these before we need those. Stockpile 2,000 gold. This will happen 2,000 dust, and that will be very valuable. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Possess 5 cold planets. We're at 3. We'll be able to get that done as well. Alright, I can get one of these. The next planet we're likely to jump on would be this one. Cool, so that's more Eden incense for us. And then I'm going to immediately take off for that. That's 8 turns, though. The shadow. We can actually help that out a little bit. And I'm actually going to swap that probe in. Getting 2 probes every turn is going to be much more useful than the 3 probes with only regenerating 1 per turn. Okay, how many turns is that going to take now? Only 6. So I think I'm going to wait and finish off all of these before I go. Just because it's going to be a really long time for us to get back. We are currently in the lead, which is nice, but I do need to very quickly transition to probes. Actually, let's get that done first, because I need the spaceport slots in order to do some population manipulation. And then over here, we do have 1 United Empire population. This will be done in 1 turn. I think we're fine here. This system is still filling out population. Let's see. I think the most important things that we grab, this is going to be worth 20 industry now because we have 2 systems colonized, where each population we get over here is still worth 21. And technically I could do this, which actually wouldn't be terrible. And in that case, why is this in the queue? We don't have any strategics here. I'm not sure why that one is in the queue. Okay. Let's get that done first. And then this system should be primed to build military ships for us. We do need to get those going. I want to have Cancer being sieged before turn 40. It's only going to take 2 turns to get that. Fearful Symmetry and... okay, good. Nice. Autonomous Construction will get done soon. Modernization. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is pretty important. So, right now, I have very small numbers of population on all of these systems. And you can see these bars sort of fill up at various rates. And right here, it's telling us which population is going to be grown next. Wow, I can't even get more information on this. It just shows like a dot, 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 because there's more than I can actually show. So here's the interesting thing. If you have enough spaceport slots to remove the population temporarily from a planet, then this will change to one of the other population types, which is interesting. One of the things that's different about this faction, and I don't know quite how it works, is Riftborn don't naturally produce. So one of the problems you have with manipulating population with other factions is if you remove population of minor civs, it will always eventually default to your major population, at which point you never can remove it, because even removing all of the population pips, like let's say I only had 3 Riftborn and I put them on the spaceport, it would not remove it if we were, say, Horatio, from making the next growth Horatio. This value here is also important because the chain gang program will remove the population that is typed in this spec, in this spot right here. So if we were to chain gang right now, we would actually remove Epistis population from our system, which I don't really want to do because the Epistis are actually kind of good for us. In fact, most of these are kind of good for us. We should probably put him over here. I don't even know how we got these guys, but the only one that's not like great for us are probably these remnants, and even they're not terrible. But just to demonstrate what I'm talking about, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Epistis population, I'm going to move it to the spaceport, and then this is going to change to one of the other types. And when it does that, I can then decide, well, do I want to get rid of that one, or do I want to keep swapping them around? So let's see if it works. So there we go. So let's say I wanted to get rid of this population instead of, say, the Epistis. I could do that by chain ganging now. But let's say I don't want to get rid of that one. Let's say I want to switch it to that one. Well, now it'll get rid of that one. Now it'll get rid of that one. Now the problem is I don't have enough slots to remove all of the population from the system, but I can keep switching it around, it looks like. That's quite interesting. Yeah. Okay, so the least valuable population of this group is probably the Harasham, because the Harasham doesn't produce as much food as the Epistis, and they don't produce industry, and they're pacifists, which we don't really care for. So I want to get the... Yeah. And then we're going to chain gang like that. And then I can put these guys back on systems that make sense for them to be on. As long as these guys are happy, they don't care what system they're on, so I'm actually going to throw them on the one with all the industry. And we'll get rid of a Sephiroth. Wait a second. That's not what I wanted to get rid of. There we go. Oh. Interesting. If I move this guy back onto a planet, it switches it back. I've never seen it actually do that before. Hmm. Okay. That's very curious. That's fine. We'll just leave him off for one turn and get rid of this, and then we'll move him back over. I don't know why it's doing it that way, but that's very odd to me. I don't think that any of my industry will roll over into fabricated forces. But if they happen to, that would be nice. Alright, cool. Oh. Did we get them all? I must have already done that. Alright, we finally got that reward, 400 dust. Okay, let's see. Kill. Maintain approval of 60 for 16 turns. Recruit. Colonize a new system and raise it to 60 science for a hero. For an approval. Or an approval for minor. I kind of like this, and we're actually sending a hero out to a system right now. Or, sorry, a colony ship. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one. And we'll get another hero, which will be nice. We'll do that. Alright, it looks like our approval is tanking again. That is directly related to this. Now approval is mostly good. And we can run something else. We're not ready for this yet. The Mineral Misers Act would be okay. At least for a short period of time. We'll only be able to run this for a couple of turns, but I think it'll be worth it. Actually, if we're going to do that, I want to get this done because we're getting bonus industry while we're running that law. This is probably fine. And since we're doing that, I should bring these guys back. Probably over here for the food. Why am I still losing a population of these? There we go. There was something weird going on with the chain gang program there. Actually, that's curious. So it's actually showing that we're going to lose the Sephiroths. This is also curious. Populations from Wrath are immigrating to this system. Ships containing one population at a time will arrive regularly. I think that has to do with this. So because we're at high approval with them, that's where this Sephiroth came from. I'm curious if I run Chain Gang here if I will actually get it. Well, we should see. We should get way more than 300, so this should go above 750 would be what we should get if just the chain gang goes off. I'm okay with that. We actually made it over here already. Let's see, we've got a large lava with extra industry and approval, or a large lava with +1 population slot. We'll definitely go with this one. And we're going to need 30 of these in order to accelerate that. I'm going to have to run the Mineral Misers Act for 1 turn, which is fine. And then this guy still can't... Have I still not hit the end turn button yet? He has 0 probes, so we'll wait. Alright, let's see what happened. Singularity has expired. This did not actually go off, but we did actually lose our Sephiroth. So there's some weird interaction with that actually caused us to lose a population without getting the 300 manpower. Well, that's unfortunate. I should not have done that. But that's okay. We're going to get that constructed over here. I can't do that yet. What system is in a good spot to build one of these? I guess you guys are. Alright, what can we do here in the home world? I think it's time to start building ships. So let's talk about our glass cannons. So, the ship design for these ships is interesting. First thing to point out, they actually have about 20% less health than ships of the similar variety. So most attacker class ships in the game actually start with 2,000 health. We only start with 1,800, so that gives us a significant disadvantage. Also remember, we start with a slower movement speed, so that's also a disadvantage. And then finally, we have very few support modules and no defense modules. So that's another huge disadvantage. I guess we do have 1 defense module. But this ship is going to be very, very difficult to outfit in a way that's super effective unless we can kill stuff quickly. We're going to have to bring things down super fast in order to win battles because we don't have any staying power in a fight. And so the way that we're going to go about doing that, we're going to go missiles. Now I'm going to put 1 swarm module in here, and the swarm module is to allow our first volley to mostly hit and overwhelm any defenses. After that, it's not very useful. We will put an engine in, and then for long-range defenses, we're fairly susceptible to both energy and return missile fire. So I think we just go with the health as probably our best bet. Now, in order to make these ships effective, we're definitely going to need some of these ciphers, which are the defensive versions of our tier 1 ships. They actually have 2 defense modules and a single weapon module. That weapon almost certainly needs to be flak defenses to shoot down missiles. The defensive modules should probably be split. And then we have 3 slots here that we can fill with various things. Engines to get our movement up to 5, which is reasonable. Repair module would be nice. We are going to take significant damage. And then we have 1 more slot we can fill out. We could put the titanium slugs on these ships, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Is there anything else I could do? Kinetic enhancers aren't going to be that useful. I could also just go 2 of those, and that gives them a 10% repair after battle if they survive. I'm tempted to just outfit it with another one of these, though. We'll go with these, and we'll build some specialized sieging ships. Alright, so now we have that figured out. We can start building these. We're going to have to probably go like 2 and 2. And we currently have 7 command points. So with 7 command points, if we go like 3 and 3, that probably is enough. Alright, and then we need to create a new ship design, and we're going to call this the Siege ship design, and we're going to use the colonizer ship, because the colonizer ship has a lot of these slots. We can get it to a nice high movement of 5. That's all we need for that. And then we'll build this out with these titanium probes. And all this ship does is lowers the manpower on an enemy system. And we'll build some of those. So we need to build like 3 ciphers, 3 phantoms, and I need to build a siege ship, but I can't quite do that yet because we need some more titanium, so we're going to have to wait a turn to queue that one up. Hostile trace detected. We know where that's going. I am not willing to take negative industry at this time. But that reward did come through for us, and we did get that, which is nice. And actually, over here, we're capped out on this system now, but we have some more space over here. We could actually get some ships designed over here. So let's build like half of those ships over here, and that will cut down on the time that we need to build. And then once I get a little bit more titanium in the bank, we can build that. That'll get 2 systems building ships. Can this system build ships as well? We're about to get our System 1 development. Ooh, our approval's pretty bad here. Also, need to abolish this law and probably run this law, which will speed up the what can we build in this system that would be super useful to us? Mining actually does give us more titanium. We have 3 systems colonized, so more science would also be good. And I also have 1 population of United Empire, which I don't really want. So we can go ahead and get rid of him. And that will give us some manpower to help fill out these ships, which is important to us. This can finally get done. Antimatter and Eden Incense are both really good for us. Alright, 6 turns to get over there. What else? I guess we should look at these systems and see if we can move population around at all to help. Can't really move population around here. We already know about that system. I could move population here. And that actually does get us up to ecstatic, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, I think. This system... I'm not too worried about this system, actually. Like, if I did move these over, I only get up to 60, so it really doesn't make that much of a difference. We have sleepers here. We can see they're building corvettes and they're building impervious bunkers. This compression singularity needs to happen here. That needs to happen next. Alright, Haroshims were born. We need to make sure they get placed on the right planet so that we're getting the most bang for our buck food-wise. So these 3 ships are going to be done in 5 turns. And a siege ship. And then these are going to be done in 8 turns, but I can actually shave a few of these off by moving that stuff around, and I can buy one of these out if I wanted to, which we're not going to do right this second. We are being harassed here by a corvette and an escort ship, so we need to get some ships over here soon. What can I do? Modernization would help. Mining would help. Let's get the mining done first and roll into that next. Shut down their hack. Okay, this is timely for us.
How dare you threaten the...
They have actually declared outright war on us now, so this stuff needs to happen, like, fast. I can't afford to do that any longer. I'm gonna have to build it over here, probably. And we should probably buy one of these out. I don't know how many turns we're going to have to get this done. Alright, what can Arcturus build? They need to get that finished, and then after they get that finished, probably just Cerebral Reality. We might have started a little bit later than I needed to. We'll see if we can't get something done, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some siege ships built here. I'm going to move that out of the queue for now. We'll try to get some siege ships built before that system goes down. And then as soon as these ships get built, we need to get them moving so that they can group up. Alright, we successfully hacked. We could jam commands. Force target to use a unique detrimental, or we can create a back door, which would allow us to hack their capital, or we could embed another sleeper. I think I'm just going to embed more sleepers for now. Okay, that event finally ended. Let's take a look at our approval. Approval's doing pretty good. This system will be colonized in 4 turns. I could accelerate it, but it would cost us a bunch of Hyperium, and it would only shave off like a couple of turns, so not particularly worth it. This system can keep working on whatever it's working on at the moment. Alright, we have 2 ships already finished over here. Alright, our next hack. Turns with an accelerator should be good enough. Alright, he's already got 3 ships over here now. Can I buy this out? No. Can I sell some things to buy this out? Maybe. Alright, we'll buy that out, and then I'll roll my rollover into that, and then we'll discuss what we want to do after that, but that should be our full fleet. singularity has expired over here. I don't have enough to build another one. Actually, I do have enough to build another one. If I wanted to build one of these, right? We need a little bit more dust. Alright, we need to go to this system for a second. I'm just going to build some more Riftborn population for now. Actually, no, what I'm going to build here is that singularity. We'll sell that. There we go. We finally got attacked. Our shadow that's been out and about has finally been attacked. We'll finally retreat. He should make it out alive just fine. And let's go that way. Alright, that ship needs to head this direction. They now have 5 ships here. We should be okay against these. What do we know about these ships? They're using energy weapons, but they're using lasers. We're actually in pretty good shape to fight lasers. These ones actually have let's go ahead and do that. The ruins. Where is the ruins? Nice. Ooh, Maggie lasers. Alright. So Maggie lasers, we finally acquired these guys. That's good for us. And we got that reward. And something about markets. Oh. Pre-galactic markers? This system's variety of peculiar architectural landmarks surrounded by the examples of far more modern construction, evidence of faster than light civilization that was assimilated. Not sure about that, but we actually still have more things to uncover. Please be good. Alright. Well, wasn't great, but we'll wait for probes. We now have these ships, and we actually have 14 command points now, so we can go ahead and use these ships to maybe take on the pirates. They're not very good ships. Alright, anything else? This fleet can come out. So we were a little bit late. They actually got to us way faster than I wanted them to, unfortunately. This system has not been very good about its construction. I guess they do have quite a few buildings down. That's not terrible, I suppose. Let's go ahead and queue up the basic buildings. All the basic buildings, and then both of these, and we'll just let that kind of happen as it happens. And we'll worry about the rest later. How How many turns away are these guys? Like, let's see if we can't get the militarists to help us out. Probably not. Even worse. Pacifists. Blah. Guess we should have supported the scientists. Sniffs. Okay, so this got finished. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's probably good enough for now. Empty construction up here. This system is maxed out. We could turn that into an industrial zone, which is not terrible for us. Approval is actually really high. Total population on this system is not going to be great, ever. One thing we do need is another scout ship. So let's get a scout ship. If that's where I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's Arcturus, yeah. We actually have some curiosities up there to take. Okay, and then we have this that I could put on that system. Alright, I already took care of that. And probes. Transvine. That's actually really good for us. We needed Transvine. That actually sort of makes colonizing this more important. Let's get at least one done before we start colonizing that. That gets us the Transvine that we need for our population booster, or for this modernization. Yeah. Our fleet of 4 ships is not going to be enough. We're definitely going to need everybody here in order to take them on. I could go ahead and get over here and take on the pirates that were over here. That'll be a little bit quicker. And then just to double check here, everybody's super happy again because of recently colonized systems. We haven't picked a technology, and one other thing we ought to do while we're kind of getting things done here is another Geist. So let's go ahead and edit this. And then let's get him in the queue here, and we can use him to conquer a territory, because we're going to be able to take this one here pretty quickly. And then technology-wise, what I really need to do is I'm going to need some approval buildings. We don't really need the atoll. Influence would actually kind of be helpful, but I'm not sure that I really care that much about it right this second. The food buildings are definitely not anything I'm super interested in. We did get this, and actually we probably need to get this, because I believe some of our systems, yeah, this system has some antimatter, and this system will whenever we take it over, so that'll be important for us. let's see if we could get a military. Lots of empty construction here. We are slowly losing our manpower in this system. But I actually have enough to build another one of these, which I should almost certainly do. So let's get that done. And then over here in this system, we are capped out on population here. So let's get cerebral reality done. And then let's just get a bunch of these colonizations done, followed by xeno-industrial infrastructure and predictive logistics. That'll give us tons of industry in that system. All right, we can get the last curiosity over here. Another adamantium deposit. Great for us, actually. And then I guess we can head over here and start scouting stuff in this area that we haven't uncovered yet. I don't want to move this ship just yet. I guess you can. No, I don't want to move him this turn because I don't want him to get to Sereth until I'm sure the pirates are dead. Alright, cool. Where are we going to throw this conversion singularity? Let's go to this screen. Let's see. Which systems have the most output right now? Vakera. Where do I see singularities? Do any of my systems show a singularity? Not from that screen. Only this one. We should probably run it in this system or this system. This is the one we needed to get to 60 science in. That might be enough. That should finish that quest and get us a hero. Okay. I think we're okay. Over here. Get that out. Alright, let's get all of our ships moved. These guys got attacked, but that's fine. We want to be at long range. And actually, power to shields means we probably should have gone shielding. This should be no problem. That gave us a nice reward, which means we can build another one of those singularities if we wanted to. Let's look at our battle tactics and see what other long-range tactics do I have available to me. I don't really have any other long-range tactics. Okay, well, that's fine. These ships can now head over here. We almost have our entire fleet. Oh crap. Why did I do that? I forgot to upgrade him. He doesn't have a module. That sucks. Okay, well, that's going to take a long time now for no reason. This guy has uncovered the galaxy, as far as he's aware. My goodness. If we can get him back here, I can actually retrofit him. And he'll be just fine to continue scouting. But now he'll be able to use probes to reach out to other constellations. Idle system. I guess that would be important, as would that, although it's saying that I can't build that, maybe? I don't know, we'll try. Prices of adamantium have increased. This system finally got that scout built. We should build another one of these. Followed by... probably a defensive building, just in case they try to fall back on us. This finally got completed, and we ended up with PEV scale accelerators, which I believe are this one. So we now have Mediterranean, and we have a new science building we can build. The Academy has been discovered. Alright, all of these ships... What is this ship? This is a siege ship. We can fight this pirate real quick. That's a no-brainer. Curiosities can be scouted here. Before we scout curiosities, do we want to give these guys any approval? I mean, I can give them one and then scout that. Nice. Nice little cache of dust. Go ahead and get that ship moving. Alright. So that's Cypher. It's almost there. And then we can head over here. Also, we just got another one of these. This is a compression singularity. I'm going to run it on this system for now. And what can we do here? So this is our home system. This system has some Riftborn, but a lot of other populations now too. We're actually growing more Pistis, which isn't terrible, because they benefit from being on this planet. And we have all of these, so this is going to be a really, really powerful building. It's going to be 80 industry. So let's get that done. And then I'll just wait. Okay, approval penalty has fallen off. Let's check our approval again. Everything's going very well that way. This is still running. This probably doesn't need to be running anymore because we're not actually colonizing anything right now. So instead, what else do we have that we could be running? I'm making only 25 industry a turn. Brains over bucks gives us more science. I'm going to go ahead and run this for a few turns. We can only run it for like 2 turns, but... A pulso population, interesting. We'll send this guy over here to scout those curiosities next. Alright, this fleet is now completely intact and ready for action. Let's hope that our 7 ships can take down their 5. Oh, I forgot to add my hero to that fleet. I was going to add the hero just for good measure. That law got canceled. We did get this done. And technology is going to be important. I am going to go ahead and pick up boarding pods. If they do any kind of an invasion, we can use the boarding pod defense tactic. I guess the other option is we could go with something like this and get these really nice advanced torpedoes, which are super powerful. That might be the better route if we're going to go military at all. I only need 1 more technology here to unlock this tier, and we definitely need to get to this tier. I'm thinking that this one's probably the one I want to grab. The pilgrims should be ready for that. We successfully hacked their government. We could scramble their navigation, which will disable their ability to move fleets for a few turns. So I'm actually going to do that. And... search the curiosity in the Arcturus system. Oh, well that'll be easy. Nice. Alright. We discovered dust water. We've assimilated the pilgrims. We're doing quite well, actually. Our 2 scrappers are being attacked by a pirate ship. The scrappers are short range, so turtle's fine. That should end in our favor. Alright, next turn we should arrive here and be able to take them down. They won't be able to move their fleets. And this guy... Actually, we have another set of ships up here. I forgot about that. Also another planet off the belt. Let's send these guys down this way. And we'll send this scout up here to scout that. We'll deal with the pirates a little bit later. Anything else that needs to get done? Not really. This is going to take forever because they don't have any kind of modules to help them. But we could change that. In fact, we could change that really quickly with just like 1 or 2 of these. They don't have enough industry to make that happen. But this system does. 2 turns. Yeah. That's fine. I actually have enough to run another singularity as well. That one fell off, so let's build... Ooh, they're getting expensive now. We can sell that. That'll give me enough. No? Why won't it let me? Oh, because we're running all of them already. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do? Unfortunately, this ship's going to take forever to get done its task because I goofed up. Idle system. Yes. Build me basic buildings to start with. Colonize that. And then maybe get predictive logistics. Also, a scan. We're getting ready to siege this system, so that's the next scan is going to be to that system. In 8 turns. 14 turns. Seven turns, and we can run an accelerator. And encryption. All right. Alright, our fleet is now ready. They've attacked us, which is good. That's what we wanted them to do. Another technology has been unlocked. And we now have access to better ship designs if we want to upgrade to medium-class ships, which I think we should. We actually have some income of both of these. Not a lot. But we could actually build some of these coordinator class ships, and I think we should. They'll make good replacements for our defensive ships. This system can build one of those. Followed by, I guess, just all the industry buildings. Followed by colonizing those. We now have the 5 coal planets, so there's some more of that. That's good. Increase the system level of Merope. So we need to get to level 2. That means we need to get down the industry tree. And I need more population. We're really close now. Actually, we already passed this one. So we're really close to 50 now. What do we get for reward? Just 80 of that. Okay. Cool. Adamantium. And let's go ahead and move him over here. And now we can do this. So, they do have their hero ship, unfortunately, but we do mainly want to be in this. So let's go to the Advanced tab. And we can see that this is going to be our long-range battle tactic. We potentially lose... we'll potentially lose some bonus damage by not going this, but we gain so much more survivability and damage by staying here that I think we'll be alright. And this is definitely the tactic we want. We're going to watch this battle because this is going to be pretty epic. It looks like they maintain their entire fleet in this middle flotilla as well, so that actually plays really well for us. We'll go straight to the overview camera. Alright. So our defensive ships should hopefully hold up long enough for the missiles to do their work. We're going to be firing a lot of missiles. First volley was not very successful. Oh, this is bad. Our volleys are not doing enough damage. Okay, that one finally did, but we're losing our own ships. I think we're definitely going to win, but it's not by as much as I was hoping. Now that their defensive ships are mostly gone, I'm not sure if we're actually going to finish off their hero, though. Ooh, one more volley ought to do it. Yep, I think we're going to do it. And now they're in real big trouble because their hero's dead. So they're going to have a real hard time mounting any kind of retaliation. Remember, their fleets are frozen for another 4 turns, I think. We did lose 2 of these, so it's a good thing we built 3. And now, where are we at here? Now that we have that done, I can go ahead and deploy these guys, merge these fleets together, and head over here to this system. While we're at it, let's go ahead and build a couple more of these in this system. We should also plan on getting both of those done, as well as that. I can build another one of these cipher things, or singularities. What was I building here? Oh, a siege ship. Cannot afford the cost. It would be 900. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. The cost is too expensive at the moment, which is fine. Alright, so I think we're okay. I think we're gonna be able to take cancer from them, no problem. We should have, yeah, really good siege now. All those siege modules basically give us minus 100, so in 6 turns their entire defense will be gone. And in addition to that, this will be finished in 5 turns, so we'll be able to use our superior battle tactics. Okay, we have another compression singularity. That should be deployed over here. We finally got our hero. What is this hero good at? Influence. Science. He's got some piloting skills. Ooh. Ship cost reduction. Yeah, let's make him a governor. We'll make him a governor. And I guess I'll put him on our home system for now. And then we'll pop this singularity here. And keep that rolling, get his XP rolling. Alright, so now we've got a new portion of our quest. Assign him to a fleet with 400 offensive power, and we'll get minus 30% ship cost on systems. That's a law. Or assign him to a trade company. Let's go with that one. Alright, this ship finally made it over here. We can retrofit it. But before we do, let's take a look at the shadow design and see if we have anything to improve upon it. One thing we could do is give it stealth. That would lower its movement. The other thing we could do is give it better weapons. I don't know that better weapons really makes a lot of difference. But we'll start with that. And then this ship can maybe head back this way. Actually, there's really no curiosities over there. We'll just head over to the Sophan's homeworld and then shoot out some probes, maybe. Okay. There is a Sophan ship over here that I could attack, but I don't think there's any need to attack it right now. One thing I should have done before we moved off of our territory is repaired our ships. It's kind of unfortunate that we didn't do that. Also, I should be able to see what this is. Yeah, it's just a Corvette with missiles, so we should be fine. They can just stay there for a turn. Alright. So all of that got done. This is now colonizable. Oof. We actually have some of that. That's going to be worth a lot of science. We should get that done. This is a huge system with lots of population potential, so I'm going to build this building here. This is going to solve all of our dust problems. And then, like, just build population for a while. Alright, so this system, what do I want to do with these ships? Probably just use these ships to blockade them in so they can't get out. It won't actually stop a real fleet, but it will give us at least an indication of what's going on. We're getting attacked. I'm not sure why they're attacking us, but that's fine. Next time they're around, I will attack them back. There's no need to watch this one. Should be a massacre. This is a cipher. Head over there. Merge that up. I've got another cipher being built. What else? Do we want a shadow in this entourage? Probably not. I could buy some of these things out, but I really want to buy one of these. Alright. I still can't build one because we have 4 running, so I'm going to wait for one of these to end. Alright, we're at 10 of 14 now. That looks fine. Alright, our hero has leveled up again, and I can get the mining, which is really helpful. Science, approval, or just flat industry. I think the mining's probably the most valuable. This adds 0.5 on all resource deposits, both luxury and strategic. And then +1 on systems that he's actually a part of. And then let's double check where he's at. He's already level 6. But we want to be on a system like this. So I actually kind of want to switch these guys if I could. Because he's going to add a lot more volume. He's locked for 6 turns, so I'm going to have to wait 6 turns before I can move him. So until then, he's probably fine where he's at. The only other place I could put him is down here, which would give us a little bit more Hyperium per turn. Alright, show location. 3 turns to finish that. Food can be converted to dust. New objective, keep this clean for 10 turns, get 30. Where is that? Oh, that shouldn't be too hard. Nobody's going to travel to there. Excellent. Okay. And now that can merge with this, and that should increase this quite significantly so that at some point we'll actually get this one down. Also, because they attacked us, we're going to attack them. And he'll retreat.
Your actions will only make the war more painful.
Okay, let's go ahead and get some probes launched out into space. There we go. And I guess we'll just blockade them for a turn. They might attack us, but I think we're just going to play very militarily against them here. This is about to get finished, which will give us better ships and allow us to continue our lead. And I just want to point out that at this point in the game, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're about to get 9, 10, 11 systems. Very, very quickly. Our population is at 36, but we actually have 50 total population. So we have 50 population, 36 of them are Riftborn. Yeah, and we're doing really, really well overall. So we kind of recovered from that slow start. I think we've recovered to a point where we're going to be just fine moving forward. We're getting close to acquiring a new colony by invasion, but I'm not ready to run this law yet. I could run Toys for Boys for a little while, and that will give us plenty of approval. Also, ships. And in order to get better weapons on our ships, I think it might be time to grab this. This will give us advanced swarm missiles, which are much better than the generic swarm missiles that we're using. I think I am going to get that. I don't usually use missiles all that much, and we haven't talked a lot about why we're using missiles. So I'll try and explain that at some point here when we do some retrofitting. Things that this system needs. Where is this system at? It's not really on the front lines. I mean, when in doubt, you basically just build a bunch of this. Alright, this event has finally ended. We discovered the Harashim. Cool. Let's head over to that constellation. Who's on that system? He is. I don't really need the approval on just this one system, but the experience that that hero can acquire for the next few turns is actually pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and get this taken care of. that. We can send him over there. And then I can build another one in one turn. And that one will go over here eventually. This shadow can be upgraded. And we're heading over here. Probes to scout. We'll start with these. Population. And some science. Wait. This guy can colonize one of these systems. I think they're about the same, right? In fact, they're identical. It's like twin worlds. That's weird. Well, let's colonize the first one. 26 turns to get that done. Using some of our Hyperion, we'll get that down to 9. And then running this law, we'll get that down to 7. So that's fine. This ship finally got completed. We'll send him over here. Merge those ships. They're almost down to no defenses, so that's good. Anything else I need to do? Over here, I guess we check this. Yeah, that's going to take a lot longer. But not that much longer if I send this ship over here. Okay, this system still needs to colonize and build predictive logistics. Let's get that done. End our turn. Okay, one of these have expired. Got some probes over here for these guys. There's a bunch of probes down here we can use, or curiosities we can scout. Alright, they built another ship. We'll attack it. It will not survive. It retreated. Interesting. The ability to lock them down must have worn off. Ship can go there so that we can colonize that as soon as it's done. And then as soon as that's done, we actually do need to get this, because we're getting pretty high on our expansion disapproval at this point. We are 2 above the limit, and we're soon going to be 1, 2, 3 more above the limit. Adamantium. We can jump across space to that. And we're looking really, really good here again. Since I have no movement left, I might as well throw this probe out somewhere. Maybe like that. There you go. Uncovered something else. 50% of the galaxy has been uncovered. Alright, this should be the turn our hack gets completed. Alright, Merope. What are we looking at here? Alright, this guy needs to be over there. This looks fine so far. We're building more of those. Definitely more mining facilities. And we can build compression, singularity, or a dilation. Let's just build another one of these first. And then I'll just build some more population. He has gained a level, but that also means that he should be able to be reassigned. I think we'll go with that because we really need a character with lots of influence, and I think I'm going to assign him to that system. 3 more turns. Okay. Once we're ready to do that. Alright, our hack was successful. We're going to jam commands. And what do we look like here? So I can wait 1 more turn, and then they won't have any defenses left. Nobody's talked to these guys yet, so we might as well. Ariga. We finally got the ram scoops, which are kind of nice. Colonize a endless planet, basically. We're about to actually get that done. Alright. Their fleets are kind of terrifying. Alright, let's merge all of those fleets together temporarily. And now we're dropping them at 52 per turn, which is good. Alright. So yeah, next turn we're ready to do the invasion. Okay. And idle system. Ooh, no. Why are you guys all over there? Forget that. We want over here. Okay. Now, what do I want on this system? I guess what I want is that, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 more population, followed by that, followed by 4. There we go. Ooh, and we need to hack, and we want to hack their homeworld again. We were able to successfully do that. I can go ahead and cancel that. We were able to successfully do that from here, I believe. Seven turns with an accelerator, that should be enough. Alright, and we're going to end the video as we take over Cancer. We're also going to complete the quest and get a new hero. So things are going pretty well for us. Show the location. So that one's expired. This one I just activated. We can build another one now. Let's build it here. And then I have an idle singularity. And I think I want to put it down here. This system's been compromised.
The hive cares a little.
I don't really care for that. Is there a reason we didn't actually travel? I guess I never clicked this button. Okay. Retreat. Alright, and now is the perfect time to do our invasion. They will have to use a crappy battle tactic while we'll be able to use this battle tactic, and this should overwhelm their forces. One thing that I should have done before doing that is we definitely should have come over here and spent some dust on upgrading our troops. I don't know at this point if either of these bonuses will get applied. I'm pretty sure they won't, since I clicked the button before we actually deployed. Yeah. That's fine though. Alright, so we took over the system. I can occupy the system. Now, it's just a matter of time before we have this system all to ourselves. What, if anything, do I want to build over here? Well, probably the first thing we want to do is get both of those and predictive logistics and public-private partnerships and that. So all of those things can get done. The other thing that we could do is he's still 2 turns away. We could put our hero here. We ought to put one of our heroes here at some point because the
Empire
really
will
good
not
endless world.
tolerate the.
And then next turn we should actually get our quest completed because we now have a second unique planet. Here we go. Send him over there to scout some curiosities. Alright, and what else do we need to do? If anything. Continue to siege that down for now. Grab our fleet and move it over here. Go ahead and blockade this system, and we'll repair our ship some this turn, which will be nice. I believe our singularity actually it doesn't say that it affects the recovery rate of our ships, unfortunately. But the one thing that we could do is I could actually afford that, but not that. he made it over here finally. That's a huge lava world. And some adamantium. So this actually would be a good system for us to try to snipe. The problem is it's a little bit out there and very, very far away from us. We do have a base of operations to attack the Sophons from in Zenith, and Zenith should be getting pretty effective. Yep. That system's going to be really good and ready to rock and roll with military ships here very, very soon.
The Unfallen greet you in the hopes that your goal...
Ask them to halt attacks.
Careful, you're messing with the smart ones.
And we'll ask them to remove their ships from our territory.
The Unfallen watch you.
Your actions will...
Alright. This guy, I can go ahead and set to auto-explore and let him continue auto-exploring at this point. And we'll end this turn. This should give us our quest. Alright, all kinds of stuff here. Harosham's dying. Yes, we did get this hero. And he does have the same points that we had before. I think... Again, we're probably going to make him a pilot because of the damage on fleet. So we can go 1, 2, and I guess I could add XP per turn on fleet for now. And then we'll assign him to that fleet for the time being. And outfit his ship accordingly. He's got 3 attack slots. Get his movement up there. Get the accelerator. Get the kinetic module, perhaps. Lower chance of targeting adds ship evasion. Kinetic enhancer just enhances the damage of all of our weapons. We can go one of these. And 2 sets of torpedoes. Split the defenses. Looks good. Alright, how much to repair my fleet? $1,000 dust to repair the fleet. We could actually do that now, but instead I'm gonna go ahead and get this running on one of our bigger systems. Be the first to reach 3,000 manpower. That was the Cravers. We did get this guy. Alright, and then the quest put him on, once he's level 7, on Cancer. So he's not level 7 yet. He's only level 5. But he'll level up pretty quickly as we get into more fights here. And it looks like we've stabilized our system. So our chances of winning this game are extremely high now. As you can see, we have medium class ships. We're going to be moving in to take over the United Empire very quickly. We can pressure them from both sides. And we already have a nice staging area to attack the Sophons from. So as our fleets make their way around and start engaging over here, we can actually flank them with another fleet from this system, kind of out of nowhere. That's my plan for the next 25 turns or so. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video. This is where we're going to end this one tonight. And if you are enjoying it, please let me know in the comments section. I apologize, some of my settings have been weird on my computer lately, and for some reason streaming through YouTube was having some trouble. And I noticed today that my little chat window is not set up properly. But I think I got it working, and I think we are live streaming. So I'll try to get that fixed for the next video, and hopefully everything will work normally. But it was just really random that it just stopped working all of a sudden. But yeah, so far so good. Everything has stabilized. We're in a very good position to win this game, and I don't think we're going to be playing this one nearly as long as I did the Vulture game, just because it's pretty obvious that we're super far ahead of everybody else. The only other player that's really far ahead is Breaker, the Craver AI, and that could be problematic. We're going to have a very hard time fighting the Cravers, but I think by the time we actually reach them, we'll be far enough ahead industrially and scientifically that our ships will outcompete theirs. They probably have a large number of ships and systems right now, but they're probably not very high quality, and we'll just out-quality them essentially to win the game. So until next time, this has been TheNosePlays, and you guys have a wonderful day.